Candidate Michael Crosby here, running for office, California. I want to talk about new jobs in California. I want to talk about new high-tech jobs and the ability for every California citizen to make a profit at the same time. This is a permanent fund concept. Now I'm going to go slow for you so I can explain the various ins and outs, because at this point in time, just look at this as an educational item, as a proposal to explore a high-profit new permanent fund that we could call the California.Space Administration or California Space Agency. Now I'm going to start off here by talking about different types of technology. Right off the bat, most people think about the space shuttle. They think about NASA, and they might be thinking about cost per pound on a launch for payload, getting a payload up into space. With NASA, we're talking about $10,000 a pound. That's an enormous amount of money to put something up into space. But guess what? There's been changes, massive changes in technology. Because now we have other companies, other corporations that effectively have this technology as well. We have a company called Virgin Galactic. Their cost for lifting somebody up into space thus far is basically just been risen. They've had to risen the price. It's gone from $750 to $1,000 a pound. They have sold more than 500 tickets for people to go up and take that space ride. They have developed brand new space technology. They've got a craft that seats 8 people. They have pilot, co-pilot, and 6 passengers that they take up to the into the edge of space, and these people basically get a space ride. Now, they're also working on some other lifting technology. They're going after the private satellite market, which means using this special carrier plane instead of launching a recoverable craft, they would be launching a rocket. In other words, they would be dramatically reducing the cost in the concept of the lift with this new style of technology. Now, this is interesting because we're still waiting for the cost to come in on this. Now, they're not alone. Now, let me track back here. Virgin Galactic Technology is initially based on a gentleman by the name of Burt Rutan. Some of you may have remembered that Mr. Rutan won the X Prize. And he basically, when all said and done, proving this technology because he also won the $10 million X Prize. Basically, it's rumored to say that his cost per pound for lifting was $200 a pound. Now, this is not to say that that could be reduplicated again. There's all these other factors. You add more bells and whistles, you redo different things, you so forth, etc. But that is not to say until the next evolutionary thing comes along. I'm going to be talking about space lifting technology at the NASA rate of $10,000 a pound and how lifting technology can go all the way down to $8 per pound in just a decade. I'm serious. This is quite possible. We can go from $10,000 a pound to $8 a pound in a decade if we're really motivated. It is actually a realistic goal. Now, you've got other companies in there. You've got Paul Allen and Burt Rutan again out there. And basically, you have something being built called a strato. I believe they're calling it a strato plane. And this thing can basically lift an enormous payload. It's the largest plane ever built in the history of the world, and it's designed to be an accoutrement, part of a space lifting system. So when I return here, I have to take a short break, and when I return, I'm going to talk more about this because I'm going to emphasize how we can make a permanent fund and how every citizen in California can make lots of money doing this. And I have to explain exactly how we can do this and why there's certain things that we cannot do. There's certain things we will not be able to do, but there are lots of things that we can. More about that when I return.